So thank you for joining us on the Veteran Owned Business. Today we have Richard and Austin Adair with S.E.R.E Soap. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Thanks so much for having us, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And so tell me about how you got started with your business.
Okay. I really think it all started when we joined the military, and that was back in 2013. Spent a little bit of time in the delayed enlistment program, kind of searching for the job I wanted. And then they offered up the S.E.R.E specialist contract, which, I didn't know too much about it then. And honestly, even when I signed it and joined, I didn't know too much about it. But it's been a learning experience for sure,
Yes, it has.
But what that stands for is survival, evasion, resistance, escape. And so my primary job is, setting people up who are at high risk of isolation, setting them up for success on the potential worst day of their life, essentially. Teaching them survival skills, if they were behind enemy lines, either a permissive or a non-permissive environment. And then if they were, God forbid, ever in captivity, how to conduct themselves there. And then, ideally evading captivity if they were stuck behind enemy lines. And so we teach them some of those skills as well.
Very cool.
Yeah. But so throughout the training, really, we do a lot of survival stuff in a bunch of different biomes. And so each one of the scents that we've developed come from, some kind of experience within that. So, I guess the names from my side, and then my wife, she's a licensed esthetician and a skincare expert. She has her own business, like we've talked about offline a little bit.
Yeah.
And so she's, put a whole lot of thought and effort into coming up with a lot of the products that we have, and kind of combined our forces together to create S.E.R.E Soap.
That's awesome. That's a great combination. You've got
Sure.
the stuff that you can relate to, but also that is good for you. So I love that you guys have that. It's like the perfect mix. So can you,
Came together good for sure.
all right, can you tell me a little bit more about the products you offer?
Sure. With obviously it being S.E.R.E Soap, it's primarily soap that we're offering up.
But we also have a lot of other products that we sell too. We've got t-shirts, koozies, beer bottle openers. We make chapsticks, shower steamers. We make a whole different line of things. So it's really great, and there's a lot of versatility. It's not just soap. So I think there's a little bit of something for everyone.
Yeah, the shower bomb things are pretty. I love those.
I do too.
It's like you're in a spa.
And then you gotta love the t-shirts too, right?
Yeah, those are pretty awesome.
Wife, Austin, she's got quite a knack with the pencil and paper, so she drew that up herself and created the logo, and people have really responded good to that too, right? So got to put it on a shirt because it's pretty awesome looking.
All right, so I know this wasn't a question that we talked about, but so does she also, Austin, you also do the social media for your company?
I do the social media. I make the website. I make most of the products. So I'm kind of behind the scenes. And
the hero behind the scenes, that's correct.
No, everything's based off of his experiences, and he put in the hard work to make this whole story possible, so really big credit goes to you.
No.
You guys are so cute. I do have to say you do an incredible job on your social media though. I love following you guys, and the design's great. So very creative.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, because before we started this, we didn't have any social media. So that has been a really steep learning curve for us personally, is relearning, kind of starting from scratch on what resonates with people,
Yeah, and each platform is a little bit different. So I know you're on Instagram. What else are you guys on?
We're also on Facebook.
Okay, both great places to be.
All
right.
We haven't braved TikTok yet, but
no,
I think we're
I'm still scared to touch the Instagram and Facebook. So
TikTok is like so I don't use it for my day job and I don't use it for the VOB. But I have started kind of dabbling in there, and my daughter's got guinea pigs. And so I put them on there, and I've got a corgi and I put him on there. It's not as scary as you might think it is. And you can
No,
pre-record
we
stuff.
may have to try it then.
Yeah.
Go make some dog videos or something with our, our German
Yeah.
Shepherd, right?
Yeah, for sure. And you can pre-record it before you put it on there. So if anybody's afraid of
Okay, a little
TikTok,
buffer there at least.
yeah, that's a lifesaver. So Richard, you've got 10 years left in the service, right? You're planning on doing a full 20 or more?
Gonna do a full 20 for sure. Yeah, we'll see about more, but definitely at least the 20.
Okay. And
Not
then
good at anything else. No, it's sure nothing.
you are. Like, look at what you're doing now. You are good at something
Yeah.
else. And then also, Austin, you've got your own business that you guys mentioned. So how do you guys balance all of this? Like 2 full-time jobs, essentially, right? Plus your soap.
Yeah, 2 full-time jobs and S.E.R.E soap, and I think really, and it's
Is we really have to communicate and figure out our schedules and try to complement each other's time and just try to figure out how to make it work.
you can throw a third or fourth job in there too with all our 3 kids as well, you know. So we're
yeah.
juggling it all for sure.
Yeah, those kids, and I don't know if you've got yours in sports and all those extracurricular activities, but just having 3 alone, that's 3 full-time jobs.
Luckily for me, my business is a mobile spa, so I can kind of schedule my business around his work schedule. And then in the meantime, when I'm at home, I'm just packing packages. So we kind of just make the most of the hours that we have and do the best that we can.
For sure.
How many hours a day are you working then?
From sun up to sundown. If I'm not packing orders, I'm having clients, and if I'm not, I'm making new products, and so we're just going all the time.
That's good. So where do you want to see S.E.R.E soap in 5 years, or maybe even after retirement, if you continue through that?
Well, you know, we've been in business about almost a year now, and we've made good progress. So I would just like to, I think we'd like to see it just kind of keep growing, you know, and in 5 years, doing a little bit better than it is now. You know, maybe if we can get that uphill progression, kiddos, get that progression going for the next 5 years, you know, that'd be fantastic. And then after retirement, maybe we can get it to a point to where that's our only job, you know.
Yeah.
That and the businesses Austin has going as well.
Would you ever no worries. Would you guys ever consider doing like a storefront, or are you planning on just kind of seeing where it goes?
You know, maybe in the future is
Say hi.
say hi.
Hi.
It's okay. Yes, you know, potentially if after retirement we're not moving around all the time or anything like that, the store would be awesome, you know. Finally pick a place to settle down and find our forever home.
Is that going to be Texas?
We'll see. We got a bunch of family here, so I'm not sure yet.
Or maybe Washington.
Gonna see a few more places. Yeah. Maybe. Washington was it was gorgeous. We really enjoyed our time there for sure.
A tough contender for sure. Yeah, we're
That's where all the S.E.R.E guys go to retire is Washington up at in Spokane. So I don't know. That's an option too.
Okay. Didn't realize that. All right. So what do you love most about what you do?
I I think really just Austin and I being able to work together and run a business together, husband and wife kind of doing their thing at the same time. I think that's the most enjoyable piece of it for sure.
Power
And
couple.
we're having fun with it, Yeah,
Yeah.
power couple. Yeah, but I mean, credit to her though, because she, there's a lot of times that I'm gone or out in field or doing whatever I have to do, and she holds down the fort, not only with Sear Soap, but with her other business and the kids and everything else. So she's the unsung hero for sure here.
These military spouses, they can
Heck yeah,
make things happen when it when it needs to happen, right?
absolutely. She does. She absolutely does.
So what would you say your biggest learning curve was when starting Sear Soap?
Um, and again, thankful to my wife on this one, but the social media side of things, jumping back into that after like her and I got rid of Facebook and all the other books and platforms,
Right?
probably right after I joined the military. We weren't just messing with any of that for a really long time. So after starting this back up, we had to, jump back in and kind of figure that whole process out, because that's kind of, digital is where business is at now. So
Yeah.
I think that's been the biggest hurdle for us so far. The biggest hurdle for us.
Well, she's killing it. So lots of reading and
Yeah, our Instagram stuff would look a lot different if I was the one doing it. So
thank goodness for her then. She's
heck
got
yeah.
your back. Um, so what would be, so like, military, like veteran spouses, you know, owning a small business is very difficult just in general. They usually say that starting a business, it takes about 3 years before you can even be profitable, right? And it could be for any number of reasons. Sometimes it's the marketing thing. Sometimes it's just not having a direct plan or whatever. But what would be your biggest recommendation for someone who wanted to start their own business?
Um, well, I mean, first just kind of going for it. If you look at the starting a business as a whole, that can be a really big picture to try and wrap your head around. But
Mhm.
if you just kind of go for it and figure out one step at a time, eat the elephant one bite at a time, not the whole thing at once. So I think that's a really big one right there. Uh, Getting the website going, that's an awesome piece of it as well. Um, we actually went ahead and created an LLC for Sear Soap. So, to protect us a little bit. And I think that was a really good decision as well. So I think if I had to just go off the cuff on that one, those would be,
Yeah, there is a lot to it. Those are all great. So yeah, that's all the questions that I have for you. Give me your pitch.
Whew. All right. So, high quality soap is something that I've always enjoyed. It's really tough, coming back from the field and stuff like that, and finding something with good, solid ingredients that will get me clean when I'm really, really grimy. So, in terms of like men's care products, the market's a little bit limited. So that was kind of our purpose with all of this, and finding the handcrafted, all natural, pH balanced ingredients to make a high quality soap, and then make some pretty awesome scents too, based off military experiences. And I think it's been turning out pretty good. um, and then all the other products as well. Austin has a licensed esthetician. She's got a extensive knowledge with skincare products and stuff like that. And so her putting this stuff together and creating the other products that we have in there as well has really led to a solid foundation for the products that we have.
And I think that there is a lot of availability for products quality products for women, but there really isn't a lot out there for men. There's not a whole lot of choices. It's very limited. And I think that now in 2022, that's okay. And it's okay for men to want to have nice soap and to be able to use these kind of products without feeling like it's girly or it's not masculine, because it's okay. So that's kind of the message that I wanted to send out there, is that it's not just high quality products that are available for women. It's for everyone.
I love
The
it.
old catchphrase, right? Pamper your man skin. Gotta get it going.
That's a good one. Yeah, my husband always talks about, like, can you not buy this flowery smelling whatever?
Exactly. Or something with the name of a sport, and really those are your two options as a man,
Yeah. Well, thank
Tell
you.
him we'll send him some Fire Circle and some Connexu Hike, and we'll change his mind about some bougie soaps. All right.
Awesome. I love it. Well, thank you both so much for coming on, and
thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.